Welcome to the second day of this playthrough of Inflection Point, the Chir River Battle. We are on the 8th of December, so it's the second game turn. Just one quick note about the first day. I forgot to apply the rule that the Soviets get the first activation on the 7th, and we drew the 11th Panzer, so it actually was a German activation. So it's too late to rewind it, but it was a mistake on my part. But well, we'll just say that there was some intelligence mishap on the part of the Soviets, and so the Germans got to move first. So here's the situation. As you can see, the Soviets have pushed on this western side, and the first tank corps also has started his counterattack over the Chir River. The 11th Panzer is split between these two roads, trying to reinforce both sides of the German line, and Surovikin has been surrounded up in the northwest by the 333rd Rifle Division and the 119th, which failed completely to activate in the first day. So yeah, as you can see, we have upgraded to these HQ cards, which are actually makes the board a little less cluttered, so yay. Well, that said, we can start with the 8th of December turn. So first things first, weather determination. Let's go. I rolled a 1, and that means that the weather is gonna be actually raining snow. So less air coverage and visibility is only 2 hexes. Next we roll for air points and replacements, so let's go. So the red dice for the Soviets, the white for the Germans. So 1 for the Soviets means no air points with this weather, and the 5 for the Germans means 2 air points. So I'm gonna put them like, yeah, you can see them here. Yeah, exactly, 2 air points that I have to remember to use. And then we roll for replacements. Let's go again. So 1 for the Soviets and 3 for the Germans. That means the Soviets get no replacements, and with the 3 the Germans get 1 AV replacements and 1 non-AV replacements, so it's gonna be quick. Actually, I don't think the Germans have suffered any AV losses. Let me see. I don't think. Yeah, so unless their support is damaged, and it is not, they are not gonna, it's going to waste. Yeah, but they can get 1 step of infantry back, and I think I'm gonna go with this unit here, since it's only 2 steps, so at least it can go back to 3 steps, so at least it's a bit stronger. So that's it for replacements. Prepare reinforcements. No reinforcements this turn. Next turn the Soviets will get the 5th Mechanized Corps, so a whole new formation, but on the 8th nobody gets reinforcements. And then we go to the assignment phase, and this turn there is an actual assignment phase. So we can assign already unassigned RT points and independent units. We have 1 for the Germans and 1 for the Soviets, so this 8th KV Brigade for the Soviets, and I'm thinking maybe it's better to assign it to the 333rd Rifle Division, so that they can have at least some armor. Because, I mean, again, the Soviets here have 1, 2, 3 armored brigades, plus the KV, so it's 4 armored brigades. So yeah, the 8th KV Brigade is gonna be assigned to the 333rd. And the Germans have this unit here, this, I think it's flak unit, maybe? So it's pretty good, decent unit, and I think I'm gonna actually assign it. So we are gonna assign this flak company to Sturmfeldkampfgruppe, so they can have some support and maybe resist a little bit more, and maybe even counterattack to free Surovikin and then allow the units there to retreat, since on this side, I mean, 7th Tank Corps is gonna get a lot of armor, while on this side it's gonna be an infantry fight, so at least having some support I think it could be useful for Sturmfeld Kampfgruppe. So that's it, and yeah, so the flak is in support. No other units entering or exiting support, so we go to the activation phase, and this time we actually draw randomly. So Atomkampfgruppe, the 3rd Cavalry Corps, as you can see they are eager to take action, or the 333rd Rifle Division, so it's gonna be a Soviet activation, and I think we're gonna activate the 333rd, so to exploit the fact that 11th Panzer is still not in complete deployment to defend. Okay, here we are. So the 333rd is gonna activate. They're in a pretty good position. Now we have to decide, well, first we're gonna go for the snafu since we are not entering prepared defense. So let's check the modifiers. They are not fresh, they lost the fresh status on day 1. They are not coordinated. They have 0 fatigue. They are not mixed because they are bodies with 1st Tank Corps anyway. They have no game specific. The trains are at optimal distance. Are they? Haha, let me check because I moved the HQ 1, 2, 3. But I didn't check that. I moved the HQ to everybody in command range, but now they are not at optimal distance. So I think they need to be flipped. Let me see. Okay, so no, the trains needs to flip only if at the end of the activation they are not at optimal distance. So we have -1 for crossing the streams because we are here sharing the hex with the 1st Tank Corps, so we need maybe to reposition the trains at the end of the activation anyway. Plus we are using tracks, and now the weather is poor, so we have rain and snow, so trafficability is poor. So that's a -2 actually, so we are a -3. Yeah, losing that fresh is a pretty bad thing to happen on the first day. But we rolled a 9, -3 is a 6, so it's still a partial activation. That gives us, we have 3 artillery points, but halved and rounded down, so 1 and 1 objective marker, and all our movements is halved. Now we have to decide what to do. So we can either push against 11th Panzer before they are ready, since they are still on their deployed side, this infantry, and try to gain some ground towards State Farm 79, or we can keep pressuring Kampfgruppe Sturmfeld, which was also reinforced by some support, so it's gonna be a bit harder to fight them. And yeah, I think, I mean here, where is it? Yeah, we have this Hill 155, we have the crossroad, and there is 1st Tank Corps backing us up, so I think we can handle an attack from 11th Panzer's detachment from here, and we better focus against pressuring Kampfgruppe Sturmfeld. So we are gonna place our objective, yeah, we are gonna put it here. So yeah, we can attack these 3 units if we have to, plus these are just 2 strength, so they're gonna be an easy target. But they are all across the river. On the plus side, Kampfgruppe Sturmfeld is still not in prepared defenses because they wanted to counterattack last turn, so we need to strike them now before they have time to fortify themselves. And this unit has only 1 step, so it's pretty juicy target as well. Oh, and we also have this KV unit now, it was assigned, so let's see, they can move only half, so it's gonna be 1, 2, yeah, they need to go on the move side, and they have 6 movement points. On tracks is just 1 point, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and at least they are moving closer to the front line. And now first we are gonna attack this unit here. So this 2nd battalion is gonna attack, so assisted by this guy, this weaker battalion. We are not gonna use artillery, I want to save it for attacking across the river. So it's gonna be a 3 attack rate, action rating. We have only limited support. We are not in a double objective zone. We have no artillery, but we have an assist. So it's gonna be 4 versus 3 plus 1 for the support is 4. So it's an even attack, but let's go. Oof, that's good. We rolled an 11. 11 is D1 and retreat, but since this is the last step of this unit, the first casualty of this battle is the Lindoner Battalion, Alarm Battalion from Kampfgruppe Stumpfeld. I'm gonna place it. And this battalion advances and tightens the grip around Surovikino. Now for our next attack, I think I'm gonna try to push toward Nizhne Kalinovka, sorry, and try to get across the river so that I can swing down, and helped by 119th we can push Kampfgruppe Stumpfeld. On the other hand, I could try to attack here and then cut off the whole formation also. That can be a good idea. But this one is weaker, it's only 2 action rating. Yeah, maybe we wait next turn with the armored reinforcements to attack south. So yeah, we're gonna attack this Morishka 4 alarm battalion. The third of the 1120 is gonna attack, assisted by this other guy. I keep mixing the terms. I'm gonna spend the artillery point, so we start at 3. +2 for the artillery is 5, +1 for the assist is 6. The defender has 2, +1 for the support, and +1 because we are attacking across a river. So it's 6-4, +2 for the Soviet attack. Not bad. 7 +2 is 9. So it would be A1, only if the defender is in prepared defense, but Kampfgruppe Stumpfeld didn't do that last turn, and maybe that was a mistake. So no losses for the attacker, and the defender has a situational retreat. But they are across a river, which I think is going to be key terrain. It's a minor river. Oh, actually it's not key terrain. Okay, so the defender is going to retreat. So they flip and retreat 3 hexes away from the battlefield. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. They're gonna retreat towards the HQ. That makes sense. And the Soviet are across this emissary of the Chir River. So this was the objective. We could still do an attack here, but it's across a river. We don't have any artillery, so yeah, I think that's it for now. I think we just need to reposition maybe one of these units to help push. If we can get maybe a second activation, we can push through the river now. But yeah, I don't want to expose too much this headquarter. So maybe, yeah, we go 1. Okay, no, we need to flip because we have only half movement for a partial activation. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then this guy pulls back. 1, 2. So we still have a front line, and we have also the terrain advantage here. And I think that's it for the activation. I just wanted to reposition the combat trains. Let me think. So there's no way we are not using trucks, because even the crossing here at Savinsky has trucks. So unless we take, no, even if we take Surovikino, you see it's all trucks up here. Terrible Soviet road network. I want to place them at optimal distance. Maybe I can go there, but then I'm still crossing the streams with the first tank corps. So maybe if we reposition them here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, that's optimal distance. And then the MSR goes up. Oh, yeah, this way here. Let me check if I think the enemy unit will block the MSR, even if there are friendly units. Yeah, friendly units negate enemy zones of control only for the safe path, but not for tracing supply. So I think we actually have no way of 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 actually. We could move them, no, because they need to be on the road. We could simply move them there. They are still crossing the streams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. but maybe next turn we can move the 3rd Cavalry and then reposition also the 1st Tank Corps. Maybe we can move the Cavalry Corps combat trains more on the east and maybe free some MSR. So we'll go like that. We roll for fatigue, and I rolled a 6, so they are good. Okay, they are definitely gonna try a second activation, so let's see, we need a 5 or better. And I rolled a 2, so no second activation for the 333rd. This means we're gonna see who activates next. And let's see, it's gonna be. So 7th Luftwaffe Field Division, Kampfgruppe Sturmfeld, or 11th Panzer Division, so a lot of choice for the Germans. So 11th Panzer is gonna activate. I mean, they are the strongest German formation and they still need to redeploy a bit. Whoops. So they are definitely gonna go. And they don't want to enter prepared defense. I think they need to counterattack with as much strength as they can gather. So at fatigue 0, so they lost fresh status as well. Everybody got pretty tired on this first turn. They are not coordinated, they are not mixed, they are buddies with everyone. They have a +2 game specific DRM, yeah, for each turn of the game. The trains are at optimal distance, just off camera. So it's +3, but they are ghosted, so it's -1. And they are not using streams, so it's final of +2. They rolled 5, +2 is a 7, so just enough to get a full activation. This grants them a double objective. They have 3 artillery points and full movement allowance. However, we have to remember that weather is poor, so all movement by truck, so the black movement factor is halved because of that. They probably want to for sure or establish a front line here. I mean, they can maybe leave the 7th Field Division to hold the line and try to either attack 333rd on this side to help relieve Kampfgruppe Sturmfeld, even if it's pretty outside of their range, or here in the south where the 336th Infantry Division is doing a pretty good job, I think, at holding the line. They can try to counterattack on this Soviet armor, maybe, for example, these guys, which are on their deployed side, but they are together with a deployed tank brigade, so it's gonna be hard. 11th Panzer has a plan, and that is to fight head-on the 1st Tank Corps and the 333rd Rifle Division and try to do an attack from 2 sides to slow down their advance in the center here. So that said, we are gonna place 2 objective markers. One is gonna go on this AT unit here. This way we can attack around here, and the other one is gonna go on this this KV unit back there, so we have a bit of more choice here on where to attack. So let's go first on this western flank, and we also have this armored recon who could place another objective. Actually, maybe, yeah, on second thought, we're gonna do like that. So this is gonna be a double objective, and we're gonna rely on the recon to place an objective marker in this sector. They can do it because they can place it anywhere within 2 hex radius. They need to roll equal or lower than their action rating, and I mean they have a 5, so it's pretty positive that they will do it. Let's start on this side anyway. So the 61st Kettenrad Armored Recon is gonna try to place an objective on this unit here. Let's see if they can. They rolled a 6, so they fail with their first fire event, and they're gonna do another try. Wow, and they rolled another 6, so they actually have completely failed. They are spent and they have no more fire events and they are stopped. No action on this side this turn. Wow, So let's just redeploy. These guys are gonna flip, can still move, and this Panzer unit is gonna flip as well. And let me see, they could try to harass the support of this unit here because it's in the double objective zone, so I think they're gonna do it. I'm gonna go 1, no sorry, I'm gonna go 1, 2, and they are gonna do an engagement and against the support of the 333rd. So they have 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 because it's a double objective zone, so it's a 9, and the 333rd is a 3, and the support has an action rating of an AV rating of 2, so it's 9 versus 5. They can do a lot of damage on the target you support. I rolled a 10, so it's a 15, which means target loss and the support drop. So the unit is temporarily out of support, but more importantly, one of the 2 steps of the AV support, 80 tank guns of the Soviet division, is lost, so they only have 1 left. And with the second fire event, they are gonna do an attack by fire on that unit, so they are in the open, I think. Yeah, so with an attack by fire, I need 4 or better. And I rolled a 1. Not much luck for the Germans. So this unit is done. They have flipped and they can hold there, and they are stopped, sorry. So we move now on this other flank. So first of all, we need to reposition a bit to attack these units. This Panzer unit is gonna go first. They're gonna flip. And yeah, I think we need to attack the armor while we have the advantage of the double objective. So we go 1, 2. We need to stop, and now we have to do an engagement here. So they're gonna be at 8 plus 1 for the double objective is 9 versus these guys, which are have the higher AV value. So it's gonna be a 9 versus 6. So plus 3 on the target is real AV. And we rolled a 10 plus 1, sorry, plus 3 is 13. So it's a target loss and retreat. So this unit goes down to 2 steps, needs to flip, and retreats 3 hexes. And they're gonna go 1, 2, 3 on top of this unit. Now we still have 1 fire event, and we are gonna engage this deployed Soviet tank brigade. So again, we're gonna be at 9, and they are gonna be at 6. So plus 3 on the target is real AV. We rolled an 8, plus 3 is an 11, and again it's just enough. No, sorry, it's more than enough to inflict a loss and a retreat. They are already deployed, but they need to go back 3 hexes. They're gonna go, I think, 1, 2, 3 here across the river, and they are down to just 1 step now. This unit is finished, but they did a pretty good job. Now I could have tried to remove the support, drop the support from this infantry unit, but I mean, this Soviet armor was too much of a juicy target, and having the double objective zone gives you really an edge in engagements, because I mean these KVs have a 7 value, so they are pretty an even match, while every other Soviet unit is not. So I think that was worth the risk. And now I think we want to attack this infantry unit and push it back. So first of all, we're gonna flip this unit, and actually they could engage. I think they can engage. Let me check. Yeah, so actually we have this pretty powerful 88 unit that has 2 hex range, and yeah, the weather is poor, but that's the minimum visibility. So we can either use them to try and drop the support of this unit, or we can move them here, although we only have 1 movement. And yeah, but in the open it's just 1 movement for truck, and then we can actually attack this KV unit with +2, but we only have 1 step, so that's pretty risky. So I think we are gonna actually use our superior range to attack and drop the support of this 1st Tank Corps unit, but we are not, because the first tank corps has no support, so we can actually just attack by fire them. So we're gonna use both fire vents to do an attack by fire on this 44 motorized infantry brigade. They are in the open, and it's an attack by fire, so we need a 4 or better. And 1 and 4, so at least 1 step loss. Now in the back line here, we're gonna flip this, no, so we are not gonna flip this Panzer Grenadier battalion, and actually we're gonna use it to attack this unit, so as assisted by this tank battalion. We're gonna spend 1 of our artillery points. We start with 5, it's a pretty elite unit. We have no red support, we are in double objective zone, it's 6. 7, 8 for the artillery, 9 for the assist. They are at 3. They have no support, they are not in prepared defenses, and they are not in terrain, so it's a 9 versus a 3, it's a +6 attack. This is gonna hurt, no matter what. Oof, luck for the Soviets. It's a 3 + 6 is still a 9, so the attacker will not suffer step loss, and the defender will retreat. Situational retreat. So they flip, and they move back 3 hexes. And 1, 2, 3, they're gonna go here. Well, could have been a lot worse. Now this Panzer Grenadier unit is a bit exposed to this Soviet armor, though. We still have 2 artillery points. Do we want to do another attack? Do we have the movement points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't think so. However, this Pioneer unit for sure is gonna flip. And they're gonna go 1, 2, 3 to reinforce the center. Here we have pretty strong defense on this hill. This 2nd battalion of the 110th is gonna flip. They have 5 steps, and they are gonna go 1, 2, and help defend the Zaroda to Nizhny-Chirskaya. This battalion, I think we're gonna try to move it around to get in a better position to attack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Now let me check if everybody is in command range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I mean, with 12 command range, it's almost the whole map that I can cover. I think that's it for this activation. We still have 2 artillery points, so we are gonna barrage here in the double objective zone. So it's not worth to bombard this art unit. Maybe this recon unit, because yeah, here is clear, so we still have 2 hex spotting range. So yeah, I think we're gonna go for 1 point of barrage here and 1 point of barrage on this other infantry unit. So the red one is for the motorcycle unit. 1 and 3, maybe the 3 is enough because they are in the open. Yeah, so these guys suffer step loss. And that's it for this activation. Let me reset, and then I think we are gonna try a second activation. Oh, let's roll for fatigue first, sorry. So we did an attack, so 1, 2, 3, and we lose another level of fatigue, but I rolled a 5, so they are good. So actually, let's see if we can get a second activation already. And I rolled a 6, so yeah, second activation. Okay, so second activation for the 11th Panzer. Oh, I forgot to flip the trains, so they are now not ghosted at the end of the first activation. So let's go for Snafu. They are not fresh, they are not coordinated, not mixed. They have +2 game specific. They are at optimal distance, +3, and they are not ghosted, they are not crossing the streams. Actually, they are crossing the streams. That was my mistake, because Adam Kampfgruppe combat trace on down here. Yeah, so they are actually crossing the streams at the crossroad south of Nizhny-Chirskaya. +2 for game specific, +1 for optimal distance, -1 for crossing the streams, +2. And I roll a 4, +2 is a 6. So it's still enough to get a partial. That gives just one artillery point and one objective. It's not a double objective. And I think we are gonna try again a double move also on the western flank, hoping that the armored recon has woken up from its slumber and can place one objective marker. The first objective marker, we place it here on this motorcycle unit. Again, this allows us to punch first tank corps in the face, and we are gonna try again to activate this armored recon unit. This time only we are gonna move first, so we're gonna go 1, and now we are trying to place an objective marker on this unit. So we need anything but a 6, and I rolled a 5, so almost there. There's another objective marker on this infantry unit, and now we still have one fire event, and we are gonna engage the support of this unit and try to drop it. So we start at a 6, and they have 3 plus 2 for the AT support, so it's not plus 1. I rolled a 6, plus 1 is a 7, so it's target drop. They have dropped the support of this unit, and this allows this unit to try and assault this position, and I think they will, assisted by this recon unit. So they start at a 4. I'm gonna use my artillery point, yeah, so put pressure on that flank. So 4, they are not supported. 5, 6 for the artillery, 7 for the assist, versus 3, no support and only terrain as the bonus, so it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 versus 4, plus 3 on this assault on the hill. And that's good. I rolled a 10, it's a 13, that's 2 step losses for the defender and an automatic retreat. So they are gonna flip. Now do they have, they don't have a safe, sorry, they have a safe path, but they are very close to the HQ because it's 1, 2, 3. The unit can retreat at least 3 hexes, and then within one of its HQ. Okay, so they are still in range for having an HQ refuge. So they go 1, 2, 3, and now down to 2 steps. And Hill 155, 155 is back into German hands. I've got a feeling that this is gonna be a pretty bloody place. We have this Panzer battalion who's ready. They could move here and engage this tank unit. That's 8 to 6, so plus 2, not the best, but I mean, that's what we've got. But by doing that, I'm leaving this area open, but I could reposition one of this unit actually. I think we are gonna do it. So they're gonna move 1 up the hill, no, sorry, 2 for tactical movement, and they're gonna engage this Panzer battalion, sorry, this Soviet 89th Armored Brigade. So it's a 8 versus a 6, no other modifiers, so plus 2. And the target is real AV, and that's bad. We rolled a 4, plus 2 is a 6, that's a both loss. And they're gonna use their second fire event to attack again, so another plus 2. Maybe we can destroy that unit. And a 5 plus 2 is a 7, again it's a both loss. So the 3rd battalion is down to 2 steps, but this Soviet brigade has been destroyed. Now we said we need to plug this gap here, but first let's advance so we can be plus 1 against this KV unit, but it's pretty bad odds. But again, if then they get a double objective, they are gonna attack us at 8 to 8, which, I mean, it's not that bad. They are in the open, otherwise I could have tried to assault them. We have repositioned this Pioneer Battalion to cover this line and help us defend. And now I'm thinking I'm gonna risk it and attack this KV unit, even if it's just plus 1. So we're gonna go 1, and we're gonna go 8 to 7. So plus 1 on the engagement table. And I rolled a 9, it's a 10, so it's target loss and retreat. We got lucky here. So they have to flip and go back 1, 2, 3. They're gonna go with the HQ, and they are 2 steps. And so yeah, we still have a fire event, but we are nobody in range. We are pushing back all the Soviet armor. That's good. I think we're gonna move it for 1, and since this poor weather we can only move 1 because the truck movement is halved. And this guy is gonna go 1, 2, 3. And since we are here in the objective zone, I think we want to attack this unit, which is a bit exposed, I think. Or maybe this one is better, since 1st Tank Corps doesn't have support. Yeah. But then if we win, we have to advance, and we are pretty exposed ourselves. So yeah, we're gonna attack here, and we're gonna be assisted by this unit, who has not assisted yet anybody. So it's gonna be 4, no artillery, +1 is a 5 versus a 3, +1 for support is a 4, so it's just a +1. And our luck ran out, we rolled a 5, +1 is a 6, it's just 1 loss for the attacker. That's bad. And we still have this elite Panzer Grenadier battalion. I think we are gonna go there, yeah. So it's gonna be a 5, no assist, no nothing, they are on their own, versus a 3, and they also don't have support, so +2. And I rolled an 8. 8 +2 is a 10, is A1 if the defender is in prepared defense. They are not, so it's situational retreat for the defender. So we have pretty much pushed back the whole 1st Tank Corps. They're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna go here on the road, and we have to advance here. That's it, everybody has activated. We don't have any artillery points. Ooh, I keep forgetting I have the air points. Well, we're gonna save it for Kampfgruppe Adam or Kampfgruppe Stumpfeld at this point. So yeah. Then we roll for fatigue on a 1, 2, 3. And I rolled a 2. So 11th Panzer pays the price. They go to fatigue 1 for their double activation. But I mean, again, it was a pretty good one.